You walk into a room. It is brilliantly lit, with fluorescent lights pulsing above you. Off to your right, you see a table with an open box of donuts that appear to have been there since yesterday. A box of Joe sits next to it with the cap unscrewed. Coffee stirrers are strewn about, and there's a faint stench of fake vanilla in the air. In front of you is a large table with nothing on it. As you take your seat, a sense of panic sets in. You feel stuck, like a spell has been cast upon you. It is in that moment that you realize that you've been trapped in a time stop spell with nothing of meaning about to occur for the next 2 hours. What do you do? Hi, my name's Tim Sarrantonio. I'm founder of the Generosity Spectrum and creator of the Generosity Roundtable, the nonprofit sector's first conversational role-playing game. And what I've described is probably something that you've lived through in some form. And so one of the things that has surprised me in the playtesting experience that I've been doing the past few months is that obviously people want to have some sense of meaning come from the game. Yet in a role-playing game, there is technically no winner other than a collaborative story being told. So I had to ask myself, how do you balance the need for a result with the spirit of a collaborative game? During my research for the game, I picked up the Dungeon Master's Guide to Proactive Role-Playing. It's a fantastic book, and one of the things that it helped teach me is that in the game, you should be letting your players actually drive the action. So this is the tension that I was able to come up with after hearing, look, we love playing things, but we also want a little bit more focus on what we're supposed to be doing. And that's how I came up with the conversation cards. These cards are chosen alongside the scenario card. So players know from the outset what the North Star of the conversation is. So I'm going to start with 3. I actually came up with 7 based on just being a lot of bad meetings over the years. And the default setting is going to be the alignment. This is a consensus game ultimately. So starting with that, I feel, is a really good focus point. So I moved away from things like meeting mode or things that just started to heavily imply that this is work, because an underlying focus of this is that while this should have a point, this should give people empowerment and agency, I don't want the game itself to feel like work. Now, because most rounds are 20 minutes, this is creating an almost immediate excitement to play again because people know exactly what they're getting out of it and why. And where I'm excited to test even further is stacking modes, because you can start with alignment mode, shift to boundary mode, and then end with action mode. And within an hour, you've turned one usual meeting that would take forever or potentially even multiple meetings and have a very tight set of alignment, boundaries, and actions that you can take to break that time stop spell. So would love to hear from you. What scenarios, what meeting moments or things that you've experienced in your life that when you get that alignment right in the beginning of a discussion, it leads to magic? Please tell me in the comments, and I'll see you next week.